Stephen Guilbeault is a green Quebecois tornado, journalist, author, consultant, speaker, and head of Equiterre, probably the most influential environmental organization in Quebec, with 6,200 members and more than 40 employees. The Globe and Mail says Guilbeault has personal energy to burn, an impressive record of activism and practicality behind him, and the ambition to make a difference. All true. And he's not far north of 40. One of the things I did want to ask you about was the building. Very impressive, and where most NGOs seem to be housed in shabby little quarters, this is a gorgeous building, and obviously brand new and many partners in it. Tell me a bit about how this came to be.
About 10 years ago, we were in not the nicest part of town. We were in a semi-industrial building, so it wasn't great. It was way too hot in the summer. It was way too cold in the winter. Parts of the building were falling on us from time to time, ceiling, and so we said, okay, we need to move. And we started talking about it and thought of this great idea of, well, if we're moving, why not do something, why not make it significant from an environmental point of view, and why not try and put together this idea of, do the greenest building we can, like pilot this project. So we wanted to add other aspect of sustainable development to what was an important contingent of environmental groups. So as part of the founding members, well, the French chapter of Amnesty in Canada is there. There's an organization that's a consumer protection organization. There's a daycare. That's one of the founding members. We wanted diversity, and I think it worked. It was a long project. It took about a decade, between the time we started conceiving of the idea and the time we moved in. Now it's a 50,000 square feet building right in the middle of downtown Montreal. We just got our LEED Platinum certification. It's the first commercial building in Quebec and one of a handful in Canada. And we're running the tests right now, but we suspect it's probably going to be one of the top 10 most efficient buildings in North America in terms of energy usage per square meter. So we're using all sorts of really neat technology such as geothermal. We've invested a lot of energy and money and resources on the energy efficiency of the building, a living wall of plant to filter the air inside the building, LED lighting, a green roof, obviously. On top, we recuperate rainwater for the toilets. We're very proud. We're very happy. We've been here just about 2 years, and it's fantastic. And I mean, people often think, oh well, doing the green thing or being environmentally conscious costs a lot of money, and it's true that the building cost was more expensive than if we'd built something just very average. But we save $4,000 every month on our energy bill over the lifetime of the building. I mean, it's huge savings for the organizations that are here, and a much smaller footprint, environmental footprint as well.
Tell me a bit about Equiterre, how it got started, and what its activities have been, what its concerns have been.
Equiterre is the dream of 4 or 5 university students who came out. One of them was in Rio in 1992. A lot of us were involved or in Rio or pre-Rio or post-Rio activities. So not everybody went there in 1992, but it was a very defining moment for us as individuals. And some people, a few were friends, but we met. Most of us met at university, and started working together and started doing projects together, and then had this crazy dream of saying, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could work in something for which we feel so passionate about, environmental protection, more social justice, fair trade, sustainable agriculture. In the beginning of the 90s, climate change was really, starting to rise up as an issue, and very earlier on, we picked up on it and said, God, we need to get involved. And we decided to create this organization, which was very, out of nothing. I mean, we had nothing. We had no money, but we had a dream, and we were young and very determined. So we got, first little bit of funding from one federal program to hire 2-person for a summertime, and then we got another grant, and then some foundations started paying attention to one foundation in Montreal, McConnell, started looking at what we were doing in terms of agriculture. We started doing community-supported agriculture. We started a pilot project in Quebec, and it worked really well. In 1995, we had one farm and about 25 partners, and McConnell said, "Oh, we like that a lot," and they started giving us some means to make it broader. And today, as far as we know, Equiterre runs the largest community-supported agriculture program in the world. We have about 100 farms that are part of the program. 11,000 families every year take part in it, so about 30,000 people benefit from the program. So it's been quite a ride.
Stephen Guilbeault is the kind of figure who seems to arise very naturally in Quebec, expressing Quebec's strong sense of community and collective identity, its broad concern for social and environmental justice, and the energy of its powerful cultural traditions. But after 10 years working for Greenpeace, Stephen Guilbeault is also well connected internationally, and his deepest concern is for global climate change. That's a preoccupation he shares with other Green Interview participants like James Hogan, George Monbiot, and James Lovelock, and with me. For the Green Interview, I'm Silver Donald Cameron.